Anyone who has ever loved a child knows that time passes by in a heartbeat. And so it was with this young girl named Candace and a caring young couple whose paths first crossed 26 years ago.
Tom and I had been approached by my employer to see if we would consider living as live-in group home parents. And I was all for it, and originally Tom was a little bit nervous because we were a young couple, no children of our own, and was kind of scared of what it was going to be like. And it was the most fulfilling part of our lives.
Many years have passed since then, but they have never forgotten the young girl who they say had an incandescent smile and a troubled heart that she poured out in written words.
Will I ever see home again? This is a constant question in my mind. Where is home and who is there?
Candace had been deeply impacted by family violence and her parents' divorce.
And it changed my whole life. In the same ways that drugs and alcohol change other kids' lives, in the same ways that other terrible things happen.
Unsupervised and at risk, Candace was taken into Tom and Teresa's group home, a temporary placement that would turn out to have lifelong significance.
We just invited her into the home, and we showed her lots of attention, read her poetry and watched her pictures and talked a lot. And one of the things I did, and it really broke group home rules, was at night, just before I'd go to bed, is I'd go in and check on the kids and tuck them in. And that was the time of night that Candace talked a lot. That was the time that, nobody else was around. It was quiet time, and she would talk to us. And that's where our relationship sort of bloomed.
Kids need time. Kids need somebody to listen. I wanted somebody to say, I wanted people to stop saying, I know how you feel. And I wanted somebody to really say, I know how you feel. Because they knew.
After 8 months, Candace left the group home and stepped into the most difficult part of her life. At the age of 15, she was pregnant, faced with a heart-wrenching decision.
And then somebody mentioned adoption.
And she made the most difficult choice in life. And I know it was a hard choice. But she gave somebody else the biggest gift in life.
Candace would give her baby girl up for adoption to perfect parents who Candace chose herself.
She's 24 years old. She's a nurse. Bright and beautiful. And it worked.
For Candace and Teresa, their paths would divide for more than 2 decades.
And Tom and Teresa Sutherland, wherever you are in the world, you were a gift to me in my life.
But our lives just went separately.
Until one day, a Facebook message and photo.
When Candace contacted us out of the blue, I cried. Because she's always been on my mind. And I wondered where her life had taken her.
From that chance Facebook message came a plan.
I guess today we're going to meet Candace for the first time in 26 years.
So, thoughts?
Well, I'm nervous, a little emotional. And excited that my family's going to see her and know our story.
I remember her having a 1,000,000-watt smile and the artwork and pictures that she did when she was living in the group home with us.
I just wondered if I'd ever see them again after that. Always knowing they had a place in my life, but now they're back and they can. So I have lots of emotions.
Much has changed since these 3 journeys began. Tom and Teresa are grandparents, and Candace is now a mom to 4 children. The baby she gave up for adoption is now part of her life. Inspired by Teresa's example, Candace herself became a social worker.
you can't rewrite the book on your life, but you can turn the page and start another chapter.